Welcome to the Unhinged Dinner Table, episode 1 of the podcast Nonsensical Thoughts. Here's where history meets mystery, and the truth is often stranger than fiction. I'm your host, Lee, and today we're diving into one of the most chilling figures in American crime history. His name is H. Holmes. But first, we're going to discuss two things that I don't want to say sponsors, but I do like. So I want to mention the American Red Cross. I don't know if you know, but every 2 seconds, someone in the United States needs blood. A single donation can help save several lives. Whether they're accidents or cancer patients or undergoing a major surgery, if you're healthy and you can, do consider scheduling a blood donation. I did mine by appointment. And I also got on redcrossblood.org to see where I could do it that was near me, as well as went ahead and set up my profile for a rapid pass. So all I got to do is scan my QR code and I'm checked in. So give blood, give hope, help make a difference in someone's life. The other thing I wanted to mention is Bloom Sparkling Energy. I used to drink all kinds of random energy drinks. My stomach would get upset, or I just wouldn't really feel that energy, but I don't feel that crash, and I feel like it's clean. They're packed with natural caffeine, 0 added sugar, and refreshing fruit flavors like the crisp apple, which is my favorite. So whether you're working late, studying, or powering through your day, grab you a Bloom, and it'll help you keep focused and energized. All right, so now we're going to talk about H. Holmes. That's not even really his name. His name is Herman Webster Mudgett. I think is how you say last name. Mudgett. He actually was born in 1861, and he became one of the first documented serial killers and one of the most methodical. He was intelligent and charming. He was also a licensed doctor. And on the surface, he was a picture of someone who was very professional. But beneath all that exterior was something far more sinister and scary, really. So in the late 1800s, Holmes moved into Chicago. The city prepared for the 1893 World's Fair. Was an event that would bring millions of visitors an opportunity for Holmes. It was his perfect hunting ground. He constructed a 3-story building in Chicago, Englewood's neighborhood actually. To the public, it was a hotel, but it actually became known as the Murder Castle. Inside were several hidden hallways, soundproof rooms, secret chutes, basement that had equipment with surgical tools, and a cremation kiln. Several of his victims were young women who came to Chicago looking for work during the fair. He used charm and deception to lure them in. He later confessed, supposedly, to 27 murders, although historians suspect the real number may be higher. What makes Holmes especially disturbing is how he calculated his murders, how he committed insurance fraud, bigamy, and elaborate financial schemes along with the murder. He was organized, strategic, and he was a patient man. Now, it is almost lunchtime, so I am hungry. Talking about blood makes me think of food also. So I don't know if you guys are interested, but have you guys ever had pork nachos? Mm-hmm. You cook Barria roast. Follow the instructions on the back. I added a little beef stock to mine. Cooked it for 10 hours, shredded it, put it back in there. Got my nachos all ready. And then I just put the meat on top with cheese, sour cream, green onions. I was trying to think of what else. Of course, you can never go wrong with too much cheese. Oh, and freshly sliced peppers. And everything just melts together. It's so good. So, also, this reminds me of a TV show. Not sure if anybody else has watched it, but it is American Horror Story. They bring up a hotel that reminds me of H.H. Holmes Hotel, which also has the guy, Zach Peters, I think is his name. Evan Peters. It's Evan Peters, the blonde guy, the good-looking guy. He's in the new show called The Beauty, which I thought was going to be super weird when they talked about supermodels, but it talks about random deaths, like suspicious. Well, it's not really on the H.H. Holmes track. I did find it interesting, like H.H. Holmes. So if you get a chance and you're in the mood for something dark and dramatic and weird, it blends horror, social commentary, of course, and a lot of mystery. It centers around a strange sexually transmitted disease that makes people physically beautiful. But there's consequences. It's stylish and it's unsettling, but it also makes you think. And I think it's perfect for the psychological thrillers and morally complex storytelling that we like to do, which I feel blends well with the nachos. And so just make the nachos and grab you a bloom and you'll be good for the day. So to close it up, we're going to talk about H.H. Holmes. He still remains one of the chilling figures in American crime history, not only for what he did, but for how easily he blended into society, which kind of makes you think also of Jeffrey Dahmer. Sure, he was weird at some points, but he seemed like a normal person like all the rest of us. But it's also a scary reminder that sometimes evil doesn't always look like what we think it should. So just be careful. When you're out there by yourself, pay attention to your surroundings. Well, if you've enjoyed this episode, I hope you follow my podcast, The Nonsensical Thoughts. And if you don't mind, I'd love a review. Share it with someone who loves true crime as well, or just needs some distraction for the day, or maybe a good recipe. So until the next time, stay curious, stay cautious, and I'll see you guys on episode 2.